Okay, Easter Sunday, San Francisco. We're coming over to Union Street to see the Easter parade put on by the residents of Union Street. And we start off, they blocked off the streets, and we start off. Of course, there's our lovely Easter girls and all the Easter hats. You could make your own Easter hat. The food was delicious. It smelled so good. Everybody was eating. And they had ponies for the little kids. They had an awful lot of rides, a lot of amusement rides. They did rest the ponies, so it wasn't a really bad thing. And here's lots of pictures of animals, of dogs that you could buy. They had a lot of stuff for sale, of course. Easter Sunday in the street is fairies and feathers. They had a rock climbing wall for the little kids. Oh, I guess if you were a big kid, you could climb it. Finally, the parade came, 2 o'clock. Now, this isn't a big parade, it's just a neighborhood parade, but it was kind of fun. We start off with the gymnasts here. And
what do we gotta do for them? Let's do a pyramid.
And they threw this girl up, it really kind of... Oh my God. We're talking asphalt here. If they'd missed her, she'd be in a lot of hurt. Here's their second event here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See, this wrap those legs around that guy.
Give it up!
And again, she drops down to the street. You gotta really trust those people. Okay, so I want you to see at the end of these gymnasts here, how many were gay. They were as gay as fruitcakes. Especially these two. Okay, next came the Easter Bunny. He started off the parade, of course, in his Easter basket auto here, I guess. And of course he's followed by what I think is Big Bird. I'm not quite sure. I don't know why Big Bird would be in this parade, but he's often at the wharf. Now we have the Duck-Mobile, which rides water, is an aqua car, and on the street. Why it was in the parade, I'm not sure. Maybe because it's a duck. Then came the little dogs. They were so cute. These were the neighborhood little dogs. Some very cute, handsome men. This was a good-looking guy in a convertible. Why he was in the parade, I don't know. And here's a local store owner. Now these two girls, I wasn't quite sure when they first walked up if they were drag queens or transvestites, you know, being San Francisco, but they were real girls. What they were doing, I'm not quite sure why they were dressed up, but I guess they're bunnies. Now here comes the infamous supervisor, Scott Wiener. Now, and of course he's being driven by 2 of San Francisco's finest gay members of society. Now, why this guy doesn't change his last name is beyond me. And why he's in the parade, I don't know. He's not the supervisor for the Union Street district. It's a guy named Farrell. Then we have a fire truck. Now, this fire truck, well, of course, was not sanctioned by the San Francisco Fire Department. It's actually a truck that you can buy a ride on, and they drive around San Francisco and give you rides. It's like any other tour bus. Then we have the pretty girls who are all dressed up. I guess they're the princesses of the parade. They really weren't quite identified as to who they were or what they were doing. But they all wore crowns and hats. It was so funny. Some of these people were very funny. And pulling up the rear here is, I guess, the Easter Bunny family. Now, I wasn't quite sure if this was a same-sex family, you know, or if it was Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny and their child. But they look like two guys to me. Now, they were followed by some inline skaters. Now, these skaters often appear out at, they're out at Golden Gate Park every week. And there's one guy who's just really a handsome guy. There he is, right there in the sunglasses, coming toward the camera. Pulling up the rear here, we have, I think, a cowboy and, of course, the Easter Bubble lady. She blew bubbles everywhere. And the final entry into our Easter parade were the Sumo Boys. Why they were in the parade, I don't know. You know. It must have been very hot in those costumes. And that was our Easter parade down Union Street. All the people behind it are residents with their dogs and their children and their boyfriends and girlfriends. So we're heading out now, and we're going to walk through the rest of the Union Street area, and I thought we would try and catch a glimpse of some of the handsome men over here. And we exit with the race car train, I don't know, I guess that's what we call it, which makes a U-turn and goes back through the block streets again. That's it, guys. That was the Easter parade on Union Street. I hope you liked it. It was a lot of fun. Here we are at the end of the parade. Stay tuned for my latest commercial. It was one of my better commercials, rather intimate. I hope you enjoy it.